Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're diving into the ultimate guide to weight loss. We're breaking down a highly structured, incredibly effective 6-month protocol designed for significant, safe fat loss. If you've been searching for a plan that goes way beyond just, basic calorie counting and actually taps into your body's own biology, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to look at a blueprint that literally transforms how your body processes fuel, setting you up for incredible long-term results. Okay, let's dive into this 6-part framework that's going to serve as our roadmap. 1. The autophagy advantage. 2. Building your OMAD plate. 3. Managing weekends and calories. 4. The 6-month timeline. 5. Moving to maintain muscle. And finally, 6. Your expected transformation results. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the autophagy advantage. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how the combination of one meal a day, or OMAD, actually triggers a massive biological advantage. Autophagy is basically your body's cellular cleanup and recycling crew. By using structured fasting during the week, you're actively putting this process into overdrive. When your system isn't constantly working to digest food, it shifts all that energy into repairing cells, boosting your metabolism, and completely resetting your hormonal balance. It's this specific combo that creates an environment for fat loss that's rapid but absolutely safe and sustainable. Moving right along to Section 2, building your OMAD plate. This is the daily habit you really need to master before we zoom out to the timeline. Take a look at how this plate is divided up. Notice how it is heavily, and I mean heavily, dominated by protein and vegetables. Because you're only eating once a day during the week, that meal has to pack a serious nutritional punch. This specific split is totally engineered to give you deep, sustained energy so you absolutely don't crash during your fasting window. So let's get into exactly what's on your fork. We're talking a mandatory 50 to 70 grams of protein. Think paneer, tofu, lentils, or curd. Toss in 2 to 3 cups of fiber-rich veggies, a piece of fruit, and a healthy fat like ghee, a handful of nuts, or olive oil. Oh, and there's totally room for a small optional carb portion too. Listen, this shouldn't feel like some boring medical prescription. It should feel like a massive, delicious feast. But remember, hitting that 50 to 70 grams of protein, that is absolutely non-negotiable for this to work. Now on to Section 3, managing weekends and calories. Look, nobody is perfect 7 days a week, right? So here we can see the shift between your Monday through Friday grind and your weekend vibe. During the week, you're locked into that single, robust OMAD plate. But on Saturdays and Sundays, the protocol shifts to a 2-meal plan. You get 2 clean meals. Meal 1 stays super high in protein and veggies, and Meal 2 becomes this nice balanced plate where you can actually fold in some complex carbs. It's basically a built-in release valve that keeps you sane while keeping you totally on track. So the crucial point is this specific number right here, 1,200 to 1,500. This is your total daily calorie limit, and it applies across the board. Whether you're doing your single meal on a Tuesday or your 2 meals on a Sunday, your total intake remains neatly tucked into this 1,200 to 1,500 window. That steady consistency is what drives the fat loss forward. But hey, a quick heads up. As much as we all love a weekend treat, these specific highly inflammatory foods are strictly off limits. Sugar, bakery items, fried foods, they have to be avoided completely. If you eat them, they just disrupt all the amazing hormonal balance and metabolic momentum you worked so hard to build up during your weekday fasting. Okay, Section 4, the 6-month timeline. Let's move to and see how this builds from daily habits into an actual chronological journey. This is the physical evolution your body is going to go through over half a year, and it is a fascinating little narrative. In month 1, your body does a deep reset and adaptation as it just gets used to the fasting. By month 2, boom, you hit fat-burning acceleration. Month 3 is your autophagy peak phase. Your cellular cleanup is basically running at max capacity. Then, month 4 shifts gears into toning and recomposition. Month 5, we push hard into advanced fat loss. And finally, month 6 is all about tighten, maintain, and sculpt. It really proves what an incredible, adaptable machine your body actually is. And this brilliantly illustrates how the protocol actually evolves with you. Check out this progression. In month 1, you can expect to drop a quick 4 to 6 kilograms just by, drinking 3 liters of water and taking a 30 to 45-minute walk. But as the weight loss naturally tapers down a bit, like to 3 to 4 kilos in month 3 and 2 to 3 kilos in month 4, the plan intelligently layers in brand new challenges. Month 3 adds in 18-hour fasts. By month 5, you're hitting 8 to 10,000 steps and committing to a strict no-sugar month. It's a dynamic, evolving strategy designed to literally shatter plateaus before they even happen. Next up is Section 5, moving to maintain muscle. This is the engine of the whole framework. The workout side of things here is super straightforward, but absolutely non-negotiable. You're looking at strength training 2 to 4 times a week. You pair that with a simple daily walking habit, just 30 to 60 minutes. And on the weekends, you swap out the heavy lifting for yoga or Pilates. It ties in perfectly with the timeline we just looked at, ramping up exactly when your body is primed for it. I really want you to take this next point to heart. When you drop weight fast, loose skin and a slowing metabolism can become major issues. Honestly, think of them as the villains of this story. This specific exercise routine, especially the strength training and hitting your protein goals, is the exact weapon you need to defeat those villains. The ultimate goal here isn't just to, be smaller. It's to hold on to that muscle density and keep your skin tight as the fat just melts away. Which brings us to our final stop, Section 6, your expected transformation results. 18 to 25. That is the staggering amount of pure fat loss in kilograms you can expect to achieve if you faithfully follow this protocol for the full 6 months. I mean, that is just a completely life-altering amount of weight. But the results go way, way beyond just what the scale says. Sure, your final weight might land beautifully in that 65 to 72 kilogram range, but look at the rest of this. You're unlocking a beautifully toned body. You're getting vastly better digestion because you're finally giving your gut a rest every single day. You get glowing skin from that intense autophagy cleanup we talked about, and significantly higher daily energy. The internal health upgrades are just as mind-blowing as a physical transformation. So the only thing left to ask is this. Are you ready to start your own 6-month reset and unlock these transformative benefits? You now have the ultimate guide to weight loss, the nutritional science, and the exact timeline to make it happen. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Now go out there and take that first step.